And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast. As you guys can see, we are presently in the Nether because I need to get some materials. To start with, let me just make sure I don't get myself killed here. Let's swap that around. You can hear that we have ghasts nearby. Well, of course, it's the Nether. There are going to be lots and lots of ghasts. So, one of the things I need to get is glowstone. And you guys are all familiar with glowstone, at least you should be. It's glowstone. I've been around in Minecraft since the Nether. Awesome. At least I think it's been around since the Nether. I hope so, because otherwise I just made an idiot of myself on YouTube. Oh well. The second thing we need is some of this stuff. Ardite. Okay? Now, Ardite is not that useful on its own, but it is pretty useful when combined with others, with another mineral, which I've already seen some hanging around here. The other thing we're going to need is some of this nether quartz. Ooh, we got a dense vein there too. And as always, nether quartz is also a great source of experience. Now, if I sound a little bit weird to you guys today, that's because I'm actually recording this on vacation, and the acoustics in here are really different. And I haven't had a chance to equalize anything or set anything up. So yes, vacation recording. I'm actually having a really nice time of getting away from the house and just having finished up my college classes for the semester. And this is the other thing I wanted. Here is some cobalt. Cobalt is the other mineral I need. I believe the way it generally works is you find cobalt higher up. Now the other thing I almost forgot to do here was to fire bat. There we go. Watch out for the fire bats. They're not fun. I forgot to set a waypoint here, and that in the Nether can very easily end up with me being completely lost. So, Dimension Nether, new waypoint. We will call it Portal. Save, close the map. Okay, great. And we now have a giant glowing green spire there. This is interesting. We have a lush little area under garden. Was this here last time I was playing? I don't remember. And of course we have a momentary slowdown there. So yes, we are hunting for cobalt and ardite. And I apologize for the stoppages as we have some world gem going on. And the main thing I'm worried about, besides the gas that's probably trying to kill me now, we actually need a fair amount. What the? Oh, crud. Got him. Okay. Those are phantoms. I don't know what mod adds them, but they like to pick you up in the air and slam you down to the ground. They are not fun to deal with. So we're actually going to need a fair amount of this stuff. Cobalt. I hear a hell spider. Oh good, it's just a baby. Those things, the large ones, when you attack the large ones, they spawn those babies. And they can actually be quite nasty. Oh, we have someone's gravestone here. Oh. Heat scar spiders, that's what they're called. If you catch them before they run into you, you should be okay, but sometimes they can be a little sneaky. So I'm going to be running around the Nether for a little while, and one of the ways I'm going to do that is by using the morph mod, because I got myself a bat. Even better, I got myself a fire bat. Now notice in this new version of the mod, when you turn into something like a fire bat, you actually lose maximum health, so you need to be careful. Like if something decides to try and kill me right now, I'm gonna have a really hard time of it. Now the advantage, of course, of being a fire bat is, one, I get to fly, and two, if I remember correctly, I am resistant to fire. So I don't have to worry quite as much. Also, I leave a cool little fire trail behind me. See? Cool. But for example, I don't want to go tangling with that ghast. Really don't. So I'm going to be out here looking around for some more cobalt and ardite, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Okay. Just coming back from the nether, and you can see we have an XP drain here with a open blocks barrel, or tank, or whatever it's called, drum underneath it. This XP drain will, well, drain off our experience. Now the other thing we're doing is over here, we have some cobalt and ardite being melted down. And I already started it just to make things a little bit faster for us, alright? So now we have a couple more things that we need to craft here. The first thing I want to do is I actually want to actually, you know what we'll just do? Alright, we'll do this the easier way then. Let me open this up, get some iron bars out, and we're going to make ourselves another alloy furnace. Because quite simply, 3 furnaces, machine chassis, iron ingots. Because, honestly, I'm running low on some resources, and, well, I don't want to stop my processing to try and, you know, make another one. Or to use it for what I want to do. So we're going to need another machine chassis here, basic capacitor, okay. And I saw that I could get some redstone. So let's grab some redstone. Get some gold nuggets lying around. Apparently not, but don't worry, we have them over here too. There's get some gold over there, so let's turn this into gold nuggets. Awesome. And some copper and some iron. Doing this. Okay, and hold on for a second. You don't realize how loud this is half the time. There we go. Okay. Alright, you want me to do it manually? I'll do it manually. Basic capacitor. Fine, I'll do this manually too. I don't know why it's being a monumental pain today, but we'll go with that. And I also need another one of these. Awesome. Cauldron, one of these. 3 of these. And probably some iron in the corners. Yes. Alloy smelter. Perfect. So let's drop this guy down. He's going to fill up with power, which will drain all of these guys down, right? Right, okay. Now what else were we crafting here? I completely forgot. Oh, and you can see now we have some manilium in here. 2 ingots worth. Not too shabby. Now, what we're also going to do is I'm going to put this guy away. And I'm going to get myself a pattern for a sword blade. It's a knife blade. Oh. Can I? No. Okay, so I have to do this. Sword blade pattern, we'll pull that out. Can I really not? Yeah, okay, fine. I guess I have a knife blade pattern now. And we're going to put this in there, store that over there. We're going to make ourselves a sword blade out of stone. There we go. And do I have any aluminum brass laying around in this chest? I happen to have one. So we'll chuck that in to make ourselves a new cast for it. Okay, so what are we working on now? Well, that is a very, very, very good question. We are going to get ourselves some electrum. Now, electrum is a material from thermal expansion that is an alloy. I'm actually going to set this guy to all smelting. We'll throw that in that. And electrum is simply gold and silver smelted together. Normally we need some other machines to do this, but because we happen to have the alloy smelter already, it makes it significantly easier. So that's going to pop out some electrum. Thank you. And okay, so we don't have anything there. And we'll get a bit more electrum now too. Okay. What we're going to do is, and let's set that to be on the bottom, pour ourselves a cast right here. Thank you. Now the next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to get a sword blade out of this. There we go. And we'll cast the other one out into an ingot. Like so. Perfect. Okay, and then we can drop this stuff off as well. So we'll drop that off. We have electrum, we have iron, we have cobalt. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to drop a wee bit of cobalt in there. And let's see. Right, that's the other thing I'm doing. We're looking to see if we have any sulfur laying around, and I don't think we do, actually. I could use that. I could go back into the nether, but I'd really rather not do that. So, what we'll do instead is I'm going to pull all this junk out. We'll let that process. We'll throw this stuff into here. And we'll also configure this guy. I'm not certain what it's trying to smelt that into, but okay. And we're just going to chuck that in there for right now. What did that smelt into, I wonder? Oh, circuit breakers from Project Red. Okay. So that should pick things up for just a little bit. As for this... oh, gosh. Okay. Let's get some coal and throw that in there, because if you throw coal through a sag mill, you have a pretty good chance of getting some sulfur out of it. So we'll do that. And we'll let that run like that. Chuck that in there. Okay. So we have some cobalt in there. You are running. You are running. Of course. Now would be a good time for me to also mention that it is Christmas Eve that I'm recording this, hence why I have Christmas-themed chests going on. Okay, so to keep that from sitting for too long, throw this in there. I'm just getting coal powder right now. Oh, really? I thought that got me sulfur. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see where we can get some sulfur. I have to run back into the nether. Or not, unless they removed it. Let's see. Leadstone. Yeah, railcraft sulfur. Railcraft sulfur, okay. Awesome. So... there's no good way to get sulfur other than by finding it. Gunpowder through an extractor, centrifuge. I could sag mill blaze rods. Ooh. Nether rack. Okay. So let me come back in a few minutes once I've found that. Actually, you know what? I'll just go straight through. Because you guys could probably guess that I'm trying to do about 4 different things at the same time right now. And it's ending up with me being somewhat confused. So let's just pop through, pick up some nether rack. 5 or 6 pieces, maybe a bit more than that should be fine. And of course we have the okay. Quick, get some nether rack. Hopefully before anything gets in its brain to try and kill me over here. I really don't care much about anything else, just nether rack. And that could have ended very badly for me, actually. Actually, forget how creepy the audio effects in the nether actually are. Okay, good enough for government work. Let's get back home. I really don't understand, by the way, why these recipes require sulfur. Because as far as I can tell, sulfur is not native to the thermal expansion mod. It's native to Railcraft, but we'll just kind of go with it, I guess. Alright, so you have plenty of cadmium in there. We're going to go put the netherrack in. Take that out. Take that out. Open this thing up. Put the cobblestone back in. Put the cadmium. Get the cobblestone back out. You're still running. We'll take the coal powder out. Put some more netherrack back in there. What I'll do with that coal powder. There must be a use for it. Oh, that gets us a double layer capacitor. Oh, okay. Nice. Alright. How are you doing over there? You got me any sulfur yet? Well, we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Make sure that doesn't cook up any sulfur by accident. That would be unfortunate, actually. Where did all the dust settle, though? That thing go? Alright. So, we now have our cobalt pickaxe head. Now, it may seem interesting to you guys that I'm using cobalt for the pickaxe head instead of manilium, but manilium is actually not... It's not as fast as cobalt. Cobalt is faster than manilium. It's, in fact, the fastest construction tool material you can get, base. So, with that out of the way, we're also going to need a binding and a head for this thing. Now, for the binding, I'm actually going to use paper for the binding, because it doesn't give you any penalties if you use it as a binding. So let's check out paper. I can do sawdust, or sugar canes, or blank letters. Okay. Or quicklime and pie and wood. It gets me a bunch of paper. What's quicklime? Smelted calcite. I have calcite, don't I? I do, in fact, I do. So we'll throw that in there. Let's get some of this uranium dust out of here. We'll chuck that in there after it. And let's get ourselves a bucket of water. That should be a good idea, right? Water bucket. We have water, quicklime, and I should have some wood laying around. That should get us plenty of paper. Not great wood. Oak wood? Yeah, oak wood works. So we go 1. What does that give me? Salt. Okay. 2, 3, paper. Awesome. So now, if we come over to the part builder, we can get ourselves a tool binding pattern, and we'll use paper, which gives us the writable trait, which adds an extra modifier to the tool. Now, we still need a tool rod pattern, and my eventual objective is going to be to use iron for this. But I want to check out something here. If I take no diamonds, right, and I go like that, no, like that, or like this, or like this. Okay, no. Like that, like this, no, okay. So you can't do that. Okay, fine. We'll have to make a whole new tool. As for the material of the handle, I'm really thinking about just using iron for it. I'm really just thinking iron at this point. That seems like, or netherrack. Netherrack's actually a good material for tool rods to be made out of. I really like that idea. Eventually, I would like to use another material, but we'll get to that. Eventually, I would rather be using something like, what's it called? Thaumium. Thaumium would be a better material. So let's go to our tool station. Pickaxe, cobalt axe head, paper binding. You can see here it has a handle modifier of 1.2 times with the stone-bound trait. So we have a pretty good item. So let's call it the intermediate. Yoink. And it'll be nice and fast. So let's put no diamonds back away again. Store you, and we have intermediate. Now the thing I was looking at making here, if I open this up, sulfur dust, awesome, is a leadstone energy cell. Okay, or not the energy cell, but the capacitor. So I see some lead, some copper, and some redstone. It's not too difficult. So let's go with some, let's sort this up again. Lead, copper. We already have some redstone, I do believe. So let's run over here. Open this guy up. Apparently it doesn't want to cooperate today. Or it could also be because we don't have any redstone in there. And let's get some redstone out. Go 1, 2, 3. Gets us a leadstone flux capacitor. Except we're going to upgrade it one more. So if we look up flux capacitor, you can see we have the leadstone, and then we have the hardened, which just requires 2 invar and some tin. What is invar? Well, you guys have seen all this ferrous ingots we've been digging out of the ground. So let's go ferrous. I think it's ferrous and 2 iron. If my memory serves me well. Yes, it is. Ferrous and 2 iron. So that's going to smelt down into some invar for us. 3 invar ingots. The last one we're going to need is the redstone flux capacitor, which requires a diamond and 2 electrum. Okay, so let's get the invar out. Now, the cool thing about this is also that you can use these items if they're in your inventory and on your hotbar. You can actually use them to recharge your tools. So if we look at that, and then what was it? It was, so let's take that, and that maybe? Ah. Nope. Maybe? Oh, and we need a bit of tin, too. So let's run back over here and get some tin. However, the nicest thing about these items is, besides recharging and everything, when you add them to a tool, they actually add their energy storage to the tool, making it a powered tool. So if we look at that, it goes... Wait, what's this? Oh, just redstone. For a second I thought it was something different. I was getting very worried. Now this requires a diamond, but if we put the diamond in, you can see it can store 2 million RF. And if memory serves me correctly, when we go to the tool station, we can add this as a modifier. Or not, actually. You must only be able to use the leadstone variant. Okay. Well, actually, that's not bad at all, even if we can only use the leadstone variant. We have that thing now, and it'll actually be able to charge in our inventory. So we're going to get some of that. We're going to get the sulfur. We have the redstone. Or at least we should have some redstone. I hope I have some redstone. I know this episode's running way over time, but that's okay. I want to get this done first. Leadstone flux capacitor. Lead. Copper. Sulfur. And we can yank this guy out. And tool station. We can add him on like this. So now you can see it can actually store RF, which is very nice indeed. Now, the last item we're going to need is the energetic infuser to actually charge these things with. So, we're going to need a machine frame. Oh gosh. You know what? Why don't I craft this for in the next episode, guys? That's probably going to be the better solution. So I'll get my inventory cleaned up, I'll get all set, and let's do that in the next episode. For tonight, this has been Mr. Kasarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, give me a like, a comment, a subscription. I promise the next episode will be just a little bit less derpy. Have a good night, guys.